it's a possibility we could make all those trees and birds fly. But in reality, we only have like one bare tree with dead birds around it. They just scare Earth and leave it careless.
Our issue is called My Dear Apocalypse. It's basically looking at endings and beginnings. It's not like a grim, dark issue where we only talk about endings, but it's also a look at how people, different kinds of people, dealt with this new version of apocalypse.
I will just say that I have flown 10 times across the Pacific during the heart of the pandemic. Those journeys have really been a source of optimism as much as apprehension. I think they've reminded me that there's never been a season in human history when people weren't talking about apocalypse. If you're concentrating only on a small screen, it's very easy to lose a sense of the larger picture. So my piece will be a fond look at the global neighborhood from the perspective of a constant traveler, but maybe also from the perspective of somebody who spends a lot of time in monasteries and thinks that maybe apocalypse should come with a tiny asterisk.
We decided to also as a statement, because technology had a big role to play in that isolation which came with the pandemic for the last 2 years. So basically now, this time we broke that device habit by actually handwriting all the headlines and even the cover thing. So everything has been handwritten by, if you can see, lipstick, kajal, markers, pencils, and everyone in the office has written all these headlines. Then we have Perumal Murugan, who has written an entire short story based on our brief, and it's about a cat and a family. And then we have T.M. Krishna. We have Ashutosh Bharadwaj, who has written about the end of solitude, which is also a very interesting kind of take on the pandemic and the isolation. And then we have Ruchir Joshi, we have Arundhati Subramaniam, we have Rohit, a poet who has written a brilliant poem. We have Temsula Au again. We thought that we would carry over from our AFPA issue into the apocalypse, because for a lot of people that is an apocalyptic setting. So there's a poem by her. Then we have Athar Zia, who has written from Kashmir. The issue has very interesting photos in terms of how we have interpreted these images to fit in with the writer's perspective. So yeah, so we decided to go with apocalypse.